thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of PTZ Optics Live. We're really happy to have you all, and we really appreciate everyone tuning in. This is episode 31, and this is our 100% green live stream. You might not know it, but pretty much every stream we do is 100% green because we're 100% solar here. Thanks to some really great people. I have on the line here Emmitt Muckles from Fronius USA.
It's Muckles.
Oh, Muckles. You told me that too. I'm so sorry. Emmitt Muckles, and we also have David Lopez from Panasonic. Hi. Thank you both for being part of this, guys. This is going to be a fun live stream. I've got a couple introductory slides, and then we'll jump right into the presentation that we have. And we're, of course, taking questions from the audience. So if there's anyone out there who's got questions for us, they want to know a little more, a little less, whatever you want to know, let us know during the live show. So first of all, you may not know this, but we are doing charity donations every live stream. And what that means is that we will give $20 every single show, plus an additional $1 for every like and every subscriber that we get during the live show. So if you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, it's just going to help us get more people involved and get people to. So it looks like we already have 6. So we're up to $26. And where does that money go? Well, we are donating it to the court-appointed special advocates. It's called a CASA for children. And we're doing that to the Susquehanna Valley CASA. They help children whose families cannot really support them in a way that the courts deem acceptable. So people actually kind of adopt them and help them along with their lives until they're 18. Next Friday, we're going to be doing a brief history of live streaming, and I cannot wait for this live stream because it's going to be all in black and white. We're going to do a retro live stream like you've never seen before from the 20s and 30s, so I'm really excited about that. From Panasonic, we have Yessica Castillo. We have Tiffany Blay. We have Yoshinori Kaido. Sorry if I didn't say that right. And David Lopez. So those guys are all from Panasonic, and Panasonic is an amazing company that does a lot of eco-friendly stuff with streaming. So this is our 100% green live stream. We also have Emmitt Muckles. Muckles. So sorry. And he's from Fronius USA. Tell me, Emmitt, is Fronius a USA manufacturer?
Actually, now we are a USA manufacturer. We're originally an Austrian company, but we brought jobs, particularly green jobs or green-related jobs, to Indiana. We're located just southeast of Chicago, Illinois.
Well, that's why I made this slide. This is a slide for you. We love American jobs. We love green jobs. We love companies in America. This is for Fronius USA. Thank you for everything you do. We really appreciate it. And of course, we have David Lopez here as well. You guys all deserve a big round of applause for just doing something green for the environment. So many companies are just dumping CO2 into the atmosphere. There should be more companies like us going out and trying to be green. And Tiffany, you're here too. How are you doing today?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Thank you for being here. Also from Panasonic. Thanks for getting everybody together and rounding everybody up.
Actually, Tiffany's from Fronius. That's my wonderful colleague.
Oh, Tiffany, you're from Fronius. Duh. Sorry about that. Thank you for being here. So those fireworks were for you. I'll do that one more time. Thank you so much. USA jobs, green jobs. We need more of you guys. Speaking of Fronius, we're going to fly a drone over our solar panel array, and you're going to see Fronius inverters. So you're going to see the IG Plus inverters that we selected. We specifically selected Fronius because we thought for the panels that we had selected, we looked at every single inverter company out there, and these guys made the best value product that we could find. So thank you guys for that, because this solar panel array has been kind of the cornerstone of us going green. And in fact, we're launching a Go Live, Go Green program where if you're a green company, we will actually help you go live, get the equipment and the branding information you need to do a live show just like we do. Panasonic wanted to mention, when we purchased our solar panels, this is 5 years ago, you were Sanyo and you had 225 watt panels. Now you're doing 330 watts?
That's correct. Yeah, today we have 325 and 330 watts.
That is so awesome. So you're just you're allowed, and the reason why we chose Panasonic, again, we looked at a lot of the Chinese manufacturers, we looked at all the different solar panels out there, and we determined that the Panasonic solar panels could give us the most bang for our buck because they really are the leaders of producing power, and we can literally say that we have overproduced what we even thought was optimistic at the time. We've been producing so much energy, over 6,500 trees we could have planted with the carbon offset, and we're going to take a look at that solar panel array. Let's take a look at it now. Let's go ahead. No, enough of these slides, enough of the introductions. Let's do a live drone flyover of the panels. So I have this here. And this is our Grow Green initiative, so you're going to see a solar panel array fly over it. In fact, why don't I keep everybody in the loop here? So here's we still got you guys can kind of talk about it. So David, tell us about your solar panels. What has Panasonic done? How have you done it? How have you become the leader? And you're just really blowing everyone else out of the water when it comes to power production.
Yeah, I mean, actually, many people knows Panasonic because we make many different electronics. But what many people doesn't know is that we are a pioneer making solar panels. We actually patented in 1990 a unique technology. It's called HET, as you can see in my shirt. It's a unique technology that mixes two technologies in one. It uses monocrystalline N-type, which is a very efficient solar wafer combined with another technology called amorphous silicon. So typically, a conventional panel has only one layer of polycrystalline or monocrystalline silicon. Instead, Panasonic uses one layer of monocrystalline plus two additional layers of amorphous silicon. That's a technology we've been developing since 1990, and with that technology, we have achieved a great power density. Our panels have 330 watts, and conventional panels have 260. So it's a big difference. Also, our panels behave much better under high temperatures. Normally solar panels lose performance, when the temperature rises. Like now in summer. In any area in the U.S., when you get 85, 90 degrees, the panels are going to reduce their performance. Our panels behave much better under those conditions. Also, we achieved the world record in a cell efficiency in 2014. So today, nobody has a highest cell efficiency as Panasonic. So, we've been investing a lot in research and development in the last 20 years, and we have developed over 150 patents related to the solar industry. So,
well, I'm glad you mentioned the how hot it is, because it is 100 degrees here in Philadelphia. It is literally one of the hottest days that I remember ever being. I mean, this is the hottest year in world history. So if your solar panels are working better than anyone else's in hot temperatures, that's a good thing.
So basically, a regular panel in 100 degrees ambient temperature, the solar panels will get as hot as 170 because the panel is going to get even hotter. So, at those conditions, a regular solar panel is going to lose around 25% of the power. If your panel is at 225, a conventional panel will lose 25% of the power. In our case, due to our unique technology, we only lose around 15 to 18%. So it's a 7% gain out of the same wattage. Apart from that, we produce much more power density. So, in the same space, we can fit 25 to 30% more power.
Wow, and it's just such a needed technology in what we do today. let's turn it over to Fronius. I wanted to ask you guys a little bit about your technology, and we'll show what we're using here. So tell us a little bit about, because you know more than I do. I mean, I know we chose your inverters for a reason. We obviously, we're a small business, so budget was important, but we obviously wanted to get the most bang for our buck when it came to installing solar. I didn't select it myself. Why do you think we chose Fronius? What was so special about you guys?
Well, one of the things that Fronius does is we look at technologies and the technologies that are required for America. Particularly, we have some very stringent things that we have to adhere to. And a lot of that is overall functionality. So we build in safety features for arc fault protection and for maximizing our power coming out of those panels. Because, for instance, when I entered the market about 6 years ago, the highest panel is about 170 watts, maybe 210 watts. Now we're hitting the cusp of 320 watts, and you have to be able to maximize all that power going in so that you can use it in your overall systems. The particular inverter that you guys have is our generation that is, we have a new generation that just came out, but you still have the ability to maximize load and the efficiencies because of the specific engine that we use with the mix concept allows you to harness more power than you would with some other monolithic inverters. For instance, your inverters has several stages in it, but about that is that they can work independently of each other, so they can only use the power that's necessary. For instance, in the morning, the sun may not be as high or a cloudy day, and you don't have to use the entire inverter. There are specific engines inside or power stages that allow us to harness as much as we can. We've since then kind of built upon that platform with our Snap Inverter series, which you can see if you go to our website. And it has more of an ergonomic feel where we've built upon the technologies and then incorporated all the technologies throughout the years, plus the ones required by the NEC, which is the electrical code, so that we give you a better ergonomic look, we give you an ease of installation, and we give you the ability for the customer to view what their inverter is doing from their smartphone.
That must have been why we chose you guys. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about how we've been overperforming year after year. And let's take a look at our dashboard. So here's our dashboard here, as you guys can see. And I'm going to go ahead and let it just refresh here. As you can see, we are generating, let's let this populate, 40 kilowatt hours right now. 3,600,000 kilowatt hours generated to date. It looks like we're seeing 2,100 light bulbs per year per day, 6,000 trees roughly, 30,000 gallons of gas. What do these kind of statistics mean to you? And I guess, to everyone out there who's, I'll just pose this question to everybody. Is this something that you're really passionate about? And those numbers, when you go out there and sell a job every day, is that something that, makes you feel good about your job? Is that why you're doing it? I mean, it's not all about the money, I'm guessing.
Well, for me, I'm an educator in this field, and along with Tiffany, who helps me to promote education of solar, we give weekly webinars that anyone can attend. All you have to do is visit our website. Even if you're a novice, even if you know absolutely nothing about inverters, you can always attend our webinars and pose questions to our trainers who will inform you and let you know little things about any particular point in the field that you are, kind of absent on knowledge on. And we have a great team of individuals that lend themselves to the public so that we can promote, the overall green effect of America.
That is a wonderful thing. So you guys actually have your own webinar. When is that scheduled?
We usually have webinars anywhere from once to at the maximum 3 times a week. And wow. It's listed on our website, and we are continuously developing new projects for not only the installers and integrators, but we're also looking to do things for the public as well, so that we can educate, because there's a lot of things that the general public just don't understand. You know, solar is such a great part of our lives, and it's ingrained in our lives. It's literally everywhere. All you have to do is look up when you're driving. You're going to see it on roofs of homes. You're going to see it in gardening lighting. You'll also see it where it's running radio towers. And with Panasonic, with Fronius, when you're pairing teams like that together, what you get is a great overall output for the American public.
So I want to ask just everybody here, you know, what is the most interesting job you've worked on? Because this is a very green, a very fun, a very cool type of, you know, industry. Tell us some of the stories that you don't hear about, something fun, something cool that you guys have done. Maybe Tiffany, do you have something?
Yeah, I was just thinking something really cool, at least from Fronius standpoint. I'm at headquarters right now. And we have open concept offices, and someone's messing with me over there. But we have a 225 kilowatt array that we kind of use for our R&D purposes at the United States, because our market is so much different than the European market. So we do kind of look at our products and make sure we innovate based upon our market as well. And so that's one thing, is we get to play around with different modules that work with our products and different and innovate kind of a little bit. So that's kind of a fun component. And as well, back to Emmitt's point, another really fun thing we do is we hit the road. We have something called the Rise and Shine Roadshow, where we've been partnering with currently Jinko Solar and their Maxim Optimized module, as well as Everest Racking, to do kind of a full day of training. And that's really fun to get on the road and do all kinds of different locations and come to the installers. So that's kind of my favorite part.
Cool. How about you, Emmitt? It sounded like you had something there. And then David, I want to give you a chance. Did you have something you were about to tell, a funny story about solar?
Actually, it's not a funny story. It's just the solar industry has such awesome people in it. For instance, we've just competed in the Battle of the Bands at Intersolar. And there we pull talent, and it's not just about the green aspect, but it's about community of it, where you can pull the talents of the people who are around you to do something totally different, where we put together a band that represented, you know, the green movement and kind of rocked the house and just had a wonderful time. And as Tiffany said, we're constantly on the road. So you may think it's a competition, but it's really not a competition between all these manufacturers, because we are all about the same goal, which is cleaning up our CO2 presence and our carbon footprint, limiting fossil fuels and the usage of fossil fuels, and just trying to make a better way for the future, you know, be it employment, education, cleaning the environment. We're all about those things. And you know, with the help of Tiffany keeps the word out there for us. She's the one who's looking at what people are trying to figure out what solar is about and how to present it to them, and working in conjunction with me so that we can put together programs, we can put together roadshows, we can put together presentations so that the general populace can absorb it and not feel so intimidated by it.
So how about you, David? I wanted to ask you, you know, I was thinking, you know, someone has used solar panels in a African village or something, and that was the first time they were ever able to use a computer or something along those lines. I know with Panasonic being such a global company, is there some stories out there that you know, that are really inspiring?
Well, actually, you know, I've been working in the solar industry almost 10 years now. In different countries. I've been working in Spain. I'm originally from Spain, in the UK, and now in the US. So I had the opportunity to work in many different projects. I can't really say which one was the most exciting. Or I think what is a lot of fun is, you know, as my colleagues from Fronius were saying, is it's such a small community that at the end of the day, everybody's committed to, you know, to work in a green industry. We are doing something for the future, and I think that's the beauty of this job. You know, it doesn't, you know, there is no particular. I think every single project is nice, and you know, especially working for Panasonic, a company like Panasonic that keeps investing on having one of the highest efficiency panels is also a lot of fun. So
I mean, that's why we chose you guys, because you have the best solar panels. So everybody, normally these webinars are just 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the credits. Hold on if you have a minute, and then we'll answer questions for everybody in the post show. That sound cool?
That's cool.
All right, I'm going to roll the credits. Just hang in there, and we'll answer questions, everybody, for the post show.